Hi, I'm John Arana, and this is Karina San Martin.
Hey guys, what's up?
We are here at the Drop.
Yes.
Dropping truth and bringing life.
Yes.
And we hope to encourage you today. We're going to continue to talk about love matters the most.
Love matters
And we're going to
most,
talk today about how love changes lives. And it's very, very important stuff.
Yeah.
But anyhow, summer's here.
So yes, summer is
We
here.
are rocking, man.
And on a personal note, we are in full summer schedule mode at the San Martin house with the kids.
Calendar.
We have our
activities.
calendar. I have these like 4 little laminated papers.
Transportation.
And, yeah, one of them is like the theme for the day, the schedule for the day, and then I have the I'm bored list.
Oh,
and it's got a list of all these things, and then
but
other one
you're
is
like a super organized man.
the other one is their chore list.
That's what it is.
So I'm like, well, because both me and Serge, we work from home,
Right.
And so it's like, okay, like we still have to work,
but
we also have 3 kids at home. Who but it helps us. It really does help us because
that's awesome.
The schedule just drives their day, and that's what works well for us for sure. And but we're looking forward to it.
This week I have. I'm excited because this week I have my older sister coming in town.
Yes.
From Boston.
My Auntie Sally.
Yeah, and then I have Shirley, who's my younger sister, coming in from Puerto Rico. And we're all going to a wedding.
Yes, have a family wedding.
Which is my cousin Dennis, his daughter's getting married.
Yeah.
And so we're all going to hang out. We're all going to,
it's gonna be so fun.
we're just going to have a blast. But then I had a thought the other day. I thought, well, my sisters are here.
Yeah.
They're very sharp. They're very versed in the word and everything. And I said,
they're awesome.
Why don't we do something together?
Yes, on Sunday.
And so this coming Sunday, all 3 of us are going to be hosting a panel. We're going to be the panel. And we're going to discuss how we healed as a family.
Oh, man, that's going to be so
I think
awesome.
it's going to be awesome because it's going to just kind of complement the whole series that we've been doing on family. And but hey, if you're in town and you're close to us, come and join us. We'd love to see you and kind of hang out together.
That's going to be so cool. Even just as your daughter, just to like see you up there with your sisters. That's going to be awesome. I know I was asking you yesterday or Sunday when we were at the pool how long has it been since like you 3 have just been all together, because I have 2 sisters, and it's really special when it's just like,
it is fun
when you can be together, especially as adults, and then when you live far from each other, you know, so I know you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure I'm gonna, Karen already told me, you have to take them out.
Yes.
You have to take them out, and you guys have to go and grab a bite together or something.
Yeah.
Kind of do some fun.
Well,
so
that's
anyhow,
gonna be so fun.
But next Sunday, we'll be together.
Yeah.
2 of my sisters and I, and we'll be
come join us. It's gonna be awesome.
Answering and kind of explaining our journey of how God healed our family in our life, and I think it's going to be awesome.
It will be. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Well, very cool.
So anyhow, here we are.
And we're talking about love.
Love
and
changes.
Love is
lives.
Obviously a huge part of healing, which I'm sure you're going to talk about that on Sunday, but we're talking today too about how love just changes lives and changes people, and I'm really excited for this today, and I encourage you guys to take what we chat about today and really begin to put it into practice.
Sure.
Because as always, like knowledge about things is really good, but it doesn't really come to life for you
until you practice it.
Until you put it into motion.
In fact, it reminds me what Jesus said. Jesus said, and a lot of people misunderstand this, Jesus said, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Well, the word there is not intellectual knowledge.
Like just knowing about it.
Yeah, it's not like, okay, I took notes, I know it.
Yeah.
No, it's about experiential.
That's so good.
Knowing the truth by experiencing the truth. So what you're saying is right on, because, a lot of people have a lot of head knowledge.
Right.
But the things of God come alive when we begin to experience and practice, and we experience them by practicing them.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Very
and we might not always get it right.
No.
But we just keep practicing.
Most of the time we don't, I think.
That's right.
But that's why we keep trying. We keep moving forward.
It's like the game of golf.
Oh,
you
yeah.
miss more than what you get it right.
Isn't that true?
But you just keep going.
It is very true. Yeah, you got to persist, and it is that persistence and that practice that, that makes you better.
That's right.
And that also makes you feel more confident about, obviously the golf game, yes, but just about life too.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
the journey.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But anyhow, I know a lot of people, including us, we've grown up in families that, maybe sometimes we felt, loved and comforted, but sometimes maybe we felt alone. Maybe we felt in our mind like, okay, they don't really love me,
Do I belong here?
Nobody cares.
I remember my older sister, I don't even know if she remembers this. I'm sure she does.
Yeah.
My older sister used to tell me that I was adopted.
Oh, man.
Because I have blonde hair, blue eyes.
Right.
And she has brown hair, brown eyes. Mom has dark hair, dark eyes. You have no hair, dark eyes. And when you had hair, it was dark when you were older. And so she was teased me so much
she would
about
always
that.
Tease you.
And as I got older, I was like, maybe I am. And I went through the fire box that I know Mom had up in the closet. I pulled the box down because I knew all our birth certificates were in there.
Exactly.
And I was looking through them, and I found hers.
Yeah.
And I found Tiffany's, and they looked similar. It was like almost like this little cute certificate with the footprints and everything. But mine was like a yellow and pink, like just paper. It wasn't the same. So I remember going to Mom.
You're like, uh-oh.
And I had my my birth certificate behind me, and I tell her, Mom, I need to ask you something. And then she's like, what?
I can't believe this.
And she goes, I go, it's okay if I am. I just want to know the truth, I tell her. And I have it behind my back. And I said, am I adopted? And she was like, what? And I was like, and then I show her, and I'm like, well, Sheila told. She's like, Sheila!
Yeah, she's going to get in trouble.
And I was like, why is mine different? And she was like, I just lost the cute one, but this is your certificate. You're mine.
Yeah. In fact, talking about that before we get into the next point is, both you and all three of you were born naturally.
Yes.
Right. We were kind of insane. Didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I mean,
we live and learn.
I was there when you came out.
Yeah.
And I held you when you came out, and I cut the umbilical cord when you came out. I guarantee you 100% you're ours.
You belong to us.
You came right out of the womb.
I look exactly like Mom.
And I was there. Yeah. Oh yeah, you do. So funny. But a lot of people feel displaced, and some people feel reasons, like, I don't belong, or they feel rejected, or, and a lot of these emotions impact our life, throughout our journey. And some people, when they feel rejected, they feel anxious, they feel insecure.
Yeah.
They feel like they have to fight for attention.
Right.
And there's a lot of issues that evolve
that can come from that.
From there. And obviously when people feel accepted, it's the opposite. They feel secure, they feel comforted, they feel confident, and so on and so forth. But I there's a little issue here. There's a lot of psychologists believe that when a child or a person is loved, that love is essential for the development of the brain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that might explain some people.
Maybe.
But anyhow,
maybe.
It might not be you, but it might be the person next to you or something.
Someone you know. You're like, oh, okay.
But, areas of learning, memory, reading, emotional maturity, control,
Makes sense.
It has an effect.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout the adulthood of the person. That's why love really matters the most. And when you are loved, when you're obviously a little child, it really puts something in you that you carry with you the rest of your life. So I think that this is an important subject because God sent Jesus.
That's right. Yeah.
To die on the cross on our behalf.
Yeah.
in order to be able to demonstrate how much he loves us. And I think that ought to impact our life. If we let it get there, it's going to have a major difference in our life.
And I think that's one of the biggest things of, no matter how you were loved or not loved as a kid growing up, that one of the beautiful things is that there's always hope for that to begin to change, how you feel because of Jesus, because of the love that he does freely give us, and how it can impact no matter how old you are. It can begin to change, like you were saying, how secure you feel, how confident you feel, that there's that healing that will come maybe from that past childhood because of Jesus.
Sometimes you may be hearing or watching, and you might be thinking, well, I don't feel loved. Nobody's loved me, and or maybe you've been used, and mistreated and abused, and you feel like, who's gonna love me? Well, my experience is that obviously God loves you. And how do you know that? Well, he demonstrated that love by sending Christ to die on the cross and sacrifice himself for you. But in addition to that, I believe that God will bring people into your life
that's so good.
That are genuine, authentic, that truly want to love you. And here's what I used to always teach our daughters, and I teach people anywhere I go. Love is not an emotion.
That's true.
Love is a commitment to act in a certain way, motivated by benefiting the other person. And so if you're looking for emotion, then you might be led to the physical. But if you're looking for real love, then you're going to be driven by the relationship. And there's people out there that want to love you. There's people out there that want to do you good. And you will find them if you're looking for the right thing.
For sure.
And a lot of people, unfortunately, look for the wrong kind of love in the wrong kind of places. And it changes their life, but not for the better.
No, it's true.
Anyhow, love changes people, and we're going to start talking a little bit about what love does in order to help people and change people. And I think that the Bible is full of examples and full of, different stories. But the first thing that we see that love does is that love recovers the loss. And we see Jesus saying, hey, whatever is lost is important to me. Whatever is lost is important to me. And so you might feel like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing, and you may feel a little lost, and that's not a downer for you. I mean, you may feel down, but it's not a negative thing in the eyes of God. In fact, God says, I love to go look for and recover those who feel lost. And so that's one thing.
I love this principle or this truth that love recovers the lost. And you have here the Matthew 18:10, and it talks about how that he'll leave the 99 to go look for the one. And I'll never forget, when I was in Bible school in college, one of my professors taught us about this whole principle, but he taught us that the shepherd, like an actual shepherd, he made the correlation to a shepherd who would go and seek after one of the sheep from the flock that was lost. And he said that when the shepherd would find that lost one, obviously he would bring him back. But there would be times, I don't know if it was every time or maybe if it was like a repeat offender, the one that would continue to be going, that he would actually break the legs of the sheep, and then carry it. And I'll never forget that analogy because, sometimes like when we are feeling lost, there's to come back to God, sometimes there is a sense or a season of brokenness.
Or if you keep deviating intentionally, there's going to be some brokenness in your life.
There will be some brokenness, but that he carries you as you heal through that brokenness, but that he's willing to go and
Yeah.
find you
Yeah.
and do whatever needs to be done for you.
Yeah.
Because the shepherd knows if the sheep keeps going off, eventually
The
he's
wolf,
going to get captured.
The wolf,
and,
the lion,
and
you know.
death will become him.
Exactly
You know,
right.
and he's like, I'd rather break his legs
Yeah, yeah.
and carry him than lose him for good.
I know.
And I love that. I love that.
So, you know, love goes out of its way.
Yeah, that's so
You know,
so
love
true.
will step out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, because love values the person.
Yeah.
Whether the person is doing everything right
Right.
or the person's doing everything wrong,
Yeah.
love values the person.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about the action, but it's about the value of the person.
That's so good.
And so Jesus is saying, because people are so valuable to me, regardless of what their condition is, I'm gonna go find them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
take
right.
the initiative
Yeah.
to go and get them back. So
Yeah.
so going out and recovering the person is an action,
Yeah. Yeah.
because love is an action.
Right. That's
You
right.
know, and a lot of people, again, I keep repeating it, but it's important. A lot of people think love is an emotion.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
No,
but
no.
love is an action. When you're lost and you see somebody willing to go out of their way to go help you and find you, you know that person loves you.
Yeah, and that's something that I think as we receive from the Lord,
Yeah.
you know, his passion to come after us, his
Yeah.
desire to seek after us
Yeah.
when we're lost,
Exactly.
you know, even if we made that choice,
Yeah.
even if we made that
Even.
choice to stray,
Absolutely.
that he will come
Yeah.
for us, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But I think also it's beneficial for us to understand that sometimes there are people in our lives that we have to do that for.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's our children or our spouse or a best friend or a sibling,
Yeah.
you know, that if we truly love them, just like you were saying, we need to be willing to go after them and
That's right.
to, in a loving way,
Yeah.
to seek them and to help them
Yeah.
and to bring them back
Yeah.
to a healthy place.
Yeah, imagine if you apply this to your spouse, if
Yeah.
you apply this
Yeah.
to your children,
Right.
you know, your best friends or whatever it may
Yeah.
be. But, you know, I think a lot of people will connect with applying this to your children, you
Yeah.
know, because
Yeah.
your children, as they're growing up, they're going to experiment things, they're going to try different
Yeah.
things, they're trying to figure out how to live life and navigate, you know.
How to be a person.
How to be.
How to just be a person.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, and it's a challenge because they're young, but they
Yeah.
think that they're much older and,
Right.
you know, and they're going to deviate.
Yeah.
They're going
That's right.
to
Yeah.
make wrong turns,
Yeah.
you know. They're going to get a little lost sometimes.
Yeah.
And so what should a parent do?
Yeah.
Well, instead of getting on their case and hollering and you know, punishing or judging, man, you just got to go out of your way
That's good.
to
Yeah.
bring them back
That's really good.
and
Yeah.
say, you know, I'm not even going to talk about what you're doing, but I am going to show you how valuable you are.
That's really good.
And I think as we do that, I think love has a magnetic power
Oh, yeah.
to change
Yeah.
the mentality and the perspective of people.
100%.
You
Yeah.
know?
100%.
And so I think it's important because love brings back. Imagine if you have a conflict with a friend
Yeah.
and you kind of have a falling away.
Oh, yeah.
You know, well, that could happen. That, you know, we're made out of flesh and blood and we're not
Yeah.
going to agree about everything. But if we have a falling away, what do? We just leave it there?
Well, hopefully not.
Love recovers.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so love takes the initiative to say, hey,
Yeah.
let's get together, let's talk about this, and
Yeah.
let's kind of figure out how we can walk together, even
Yes.
though we're going
100%.
to disagree.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely.
But anyhow, so love recovers
Yeah.
what's lost, and I think
Yeah.
that changes people's lives, whether it's your
Oh, yeah.
children, your spouses, you know, and God
Or
love-
yourself.
Or yourself,
You
yeah.
know? Yeah.
I say me, myself, and I.
Right. Yeah.
It's three of me.
Yeah. and I think that is so important to keep in perspective, you know, because I think a lot of times it's easy, especially if someone that's close to you is like lost or they hurt you or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's really easy to like put blame or distance on that person or with that person.
Right.
because you're hurt, you know.
Sure.
But when we remember the reality of like, okay, well, what has Jesus done for me?
Yeah.
How many times has he come for me? How
Yeah.
many times has he recovered me? How many times has he brought me back?
Yeah.
You know, without any stipulations or judgment
right.
or saying, you know, well, this is number 5.
Yeah.
You know, if we get to 7, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to stop this.
Yeah.
You know, and remembering
Sure.
what he's done for us, I think,
Yeah.
helps us be an extension to genuinely be able to do that for others.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I would like for you to take away today is that God loves you so much
Yes.
that he sent his only son to sacrifice himself in a big way,
That's right.
because that's how valuable you are. That's how important
That's
you
so good.
are. And if you could just accept that, if you could just believe that, that powerful love of God will change your life.
That's right.
And he sent Jesus to be that message that he loves you so much in spite of where you've been, what you've done, it doesn't matter. He
Yeah.
loves you so much that he wants you to be connected with him in an intimate way.
Yeah.
And his love
That's some
will
truth.
change your life
That's
if
right.
you just accept it. If you
100%.
just believe it.
Yeah.
So we want you to take that away, and we want you to run with it, and we
Yes.
want you to just tuck it into your heart, because love will change you.
That's right. Yeah, I agree.
So we just want to say thank you for being here with us
Yes.
today. We love you. Thank you for being at the drop. We're
Yeah.
doing everything we can to drop truth and
Yes.
bring life.
Yes.
And I hope that today encourages you. And what should they
Yes,
do? What should they
make sure,
do?
if you haven't already,
Help us out. Help us out here.
If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, share this with your friends.
Share it with a friend.
You know, share it with family.
Yeah.
Share it, especially this series. Like, it's so good for relationships.
Yeah.
You know, share it with people in your life. You can just, you know, share the episode. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you can share the link to the video through YouTube.
Yeah.
And just make sure that you're following us if you're listening on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And you'll also get the alerts. If you click the bell
That's
on
right.
YouTube, it'll
I'll
ding
let you know.
right when we post our new episodes.
Yeah.
But just, you know, help us spread the word, because our heart is obviously to bless you, but also to continue to just give truth and love to
Yeah.
people in our lives connected
And people
to us.
need it.
Yeah, they really do.
People need
Yeah.
to hear how much God loves them.
Yeah, they do.
So
They do.
anyhow, God bless you. Thank you for being at the drop.